Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So I'm back in Athens at the Tesla Supercharger in my Model 3. We're gonna do another range test, but the difference is this is gonna be basically worst case scenario, and I'll explain why in just a second. Anyway, I'm gonna go plug in. I have the Enhance Auto Sexy buttons installed on my car, and it has this neat little app, so I can see my battery is at 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 51% state of charge. It did precondition on the way here. I don't know if that's what it needed to precondition to, but yeah, we'll plug in right there. Second. Green. All right, so a little bit cold because I would expect about 100 kilowatts right here, but I'm going to explain why this is a worst case scenario range test. First off, it's the outside conditions. The car is saying that it is 36 degrees outside with a 12-mile-an-hour crosswind, because the road we're going to be doing the test on is east to west and the wind is coming from the north at 12 miles an hour. So that doesn't help, but also the wind does make it colder, which will mean the HVAC has to run harder to keep it warm in here. The second thing is that my battery is degraded. I've had about 80% usable life left, so it's about 62 kilowatt hours or 61, give or take. So that doesn't help with range either. Third thing that doesn't help is my all-terrain tires. These are Falcon Wild Peak AT Trails. They are 235/50 R18, which is a larger tire size that comes stock on the car, and the car is lifted by about 2 inches. So that makes the aerodynamics significantly worse and the rolling resistance significantly worse. So it's kind of, there's a lot of external forces fighting us on this range test. Another thing I just now realized is that since I did my previous range test, I got my plates and I put on this front license plate bracket. So that's gonna create more drag, and the air is denser, which means there's gonna be more air that it has to push out of the way when driving. And then the crosswind also makes it to where it's pushing against it. So this is just kind of a worst case range test here. We are fully charged. Tire pressures are set to about 48 or 47 PSI cold, so more than what it says on the door placard. But since these are all-terrain tires, I'm gonna keep that because it offsets the rolling resistance at least somewhat. 36 degrees outside, north wind at 11 miles an hour, so it's gonna be a crosswind. Yeah, let's unplug so we're not collecting idle fees. Unplug it. What I'm gonna do here, go to trips, do trip A. Now the problem with this is that since my tires are oversized, the trip meter isn't going to be fully accurate, so I'm going to run a GPS trip meter, and I'll show you that at the end of the range test so that we can figure out exactly how far this car went on this charge. Our plan is we're going to head up the 175, get to about Seagoville, turn around, and then we'll just loop around back and forth on the 175 until we get low enough and come back to the supercharger. So let's hit the road. All right, that's rolling. We're going to start the GPS speedometer and we're going to go. We're going to put it into chill mode. Yeah, we are off. I'm going to drive very gently to merge onto the highway.
Now what does chill mode do?
Makes the throttle less aggressive and also disables the front motor unless it's needed for traction purposes. Merge onto the highway. So we're very gently accelerating up speed here. 100% state of charge. A 36 degree day. We're gonna run 68 degrees on auto. No heated seats or anything like that. So we're gonna get over to the loop and hit the range test. Stupid traffic lights are confusing it, even though it's just a caution. It doesn't mean anything. Anyway, we're at 75% state of charge. We went 32 miles, burned 14 kilowatt hours, and we're doing 453 watt hours per mile. As you can see right there, everyone's driving slow. And I do have that GPS speedometer going. I'm trying to drive in a way that'll make our end average 70 miles an hour average speed. So. Okay, we are at 50% state of charge. We've traveled 65 miles according to our GPS indicator, but the car says 63. We've used 28 kilowatt hours. We've done 447 watt hours per mile. Here's the other view, an average of 68. miles per hour, 65.4 miles so far. So we're looking at about 130 miles of range in Texas winter with pretty significant crosswind on all-terrain tires. So not good, but it's still usable for the majority of people on a daily basis. All right, we're at 25% state of charge. We've went 103 miles, 422 watt hours per mile, and we've burned 42 kilowatt hours. So looks like our range should be close to 140, but 25%. Anyway, we're gonna keep going, so we'll see what happens. We are at 4% state of charge. We've traveled 134.8 miles, and we've used 54 kilowatt hours, doing 413 watt hours per mile. We're about to merge onto the loop. So judging by the amount of energy we have left, we should, in theory, have 20 miles to go, but I don't think it's gonna happen. We're gonna get onto the loop. I'm gonna try not to run out because this isn't a super scientific test anyway. So again, even though it's not that cold outside, there is a pretty decently sized crosswind slash headwind slash tailwind, depending on how you want to look at it, because the road is kind of curvy, it's not dead straight. We're gonna pass by the exit. We're at 1% battery. It's panicking for the stupid yellow light that's not even an issue. We're at 0 now. I think once I start getting dots to about the middle of the circle of the 69 miles an hour, that was kind of bad. The bottom of 69 miles an hour, or the speed here, is probably when I'm gonna look into turning around. Get off this ramp, we're gonna regen, so that usually brings it up. Yeah, so we need to turn around as soon as possible. It's giving us more energy into the battery. Just 2 kilowatt hours that we couldn't reach are from it using power
so you
fast.
Could say about 149.
Yeah, 149 miles. See, that's gone back up because I let out of it.
So yeah, 149 is pretty close.
This is kind of a weird... 150 miles on the GPS thingy, and the car says 146 because it doesn't know any better. 67 miles an hour average, so not ideal, but I'd say maybe you could squeeze 2 more miles out of it on the highway, maybe 3 if you wanted to really push your luck. Here we go. So let's stop that. Okay, 150.6 miles later, our average speed was 66 miles an hour until we got off, or it was actually 68 until we got off the loop and started driving slow, but 2 hours, 15 minutes, our top speed was 75 miles an hour. We did 411 watt hours per mile, burned 60 kilowatt hours, and so yeah, that's the stats. Anyway, car's pretty dead, so let's go plug this in here. Although to be fair, when this thing's at 0 and at power limit, it still is faster than the Polestar at 3%. But it's also kind of scary because the Polestar lets you know that you still have that guaranteed 3% left.
Yeah.
Whereas this, you don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know. You're below 0. Anyway, juicing up. Yeah, let me grab my phone.
Went to the bathroom.
Yeah. So we went 150 miles. Not great, but considering that there were quite a lot of things fighting against us, aka all-terrain tires, wind, cold temperature, my front license plate bracket catching some air probably, the lift kit, that doesn't help either. So considering that it's winter, I don't think it did too bad. I think in the summer I'd probably get 180 out of it, considering if it wasn't windy and if it wasn't cold outside. It is probably 28 degrees with the wind chill, so pretty cold. So not terrible, but also not the best. It's like a freaking biker meetup over here. So you got like the two opposing groups of people. You got the bikers and then you got the Teslas over here just charging. But yeah, that'll be the end of this video. See y'all in the next one. Bye.